Well, hello and welcome to episode number 550 of the Garden City Community Chat Show. It is Thursday, November 4th, 2021. We're happy you could join us tonight. I am your host, Kerry. Also joining me tonight, the busiest, most accurate weatherman in the business, Garden City's very own Doppler, Tom Iwinski. Tom, how you doing?
Doing well, but I need to find my heated blanket. I got to dust that off this week.
Yeah, right. And former Garden City Councilman, Kiwanis president, and longtime resident, Mr. Mike Jones. Mike, how you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good, Kerry.
Awesome. Hey, tonight we welcome back to the show our good friend K9 and Community Resource Officer Sergeant Bruce Shippe. He'll be discussing the upcoming Citizens Academy and much more for you. So we hope that you'll stay tuned for that. But first up will be Tom with the latest weather update, and then we'll get Mike in here to close out the show with some community events and announcements for you. So grab your favorite beverage or snack, and we hope that you'll join us for the next hour or so. Remember, if you have any questions or comments and you're watching us live on Facebook, please go ahead and put them in the comments section. You can also text your questions to 734-788-9319. And we will do our very best to get those answered for you. Well, we hope that you're all safe and doing well. Did you have a lot of trick-or-treaters? Mike, you have very many over there?
No, we closed the blinds and turned off the porch light. We had very few.
Yeah, we hardly had any. Tom, what about over by you?
No, we didn't have much either. Yep,
No.
The light was off.
Yeah, I was mentioning earlier, I think that with all the trunk or treats that they had, I think that cut down on a lot of the neighborhood kids coming around. There was a lot of trunk or treats.
Yeah.
For sure. Hey, I just want to take a minute and say thank you to all of our listeners and supporters of the show who tune in every Thursday night, not only from our hometown of Garden City, but several of our surrounding communities as well. We really appreciate your support, and we'll continue to promote our community and yours. And please continue to watch, share, and listen. Remember, if your community has any or organization has any events or announcements or cancellations that you'd like to get out to our listeners, what should they do, Mike?
Well, probably the best thing would be email us, Kerry.
Exactly. Email us the details at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, or you can message us on Facebook at facebook.com/GCChat. And Mike will be more than happy to pass that information along. Right, Mike?
Yes, sir.
And we got quite a bit tonight, I think. So you're going to want to stay tuned for all that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get Tom in here now with latest check of the weather. And then we're going to spend some time chatting with our guest, Sergeant Bruce Shippe from the GCPD. So stand by. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. Yeah, I think it's a 3-dog night tonight.
Oh, yeah, 3-dog night, the electric blanket night. We can just pile it on. Yeah, these last few mornings have been quite chilly across our area, and a lot of frost and obviously freeze conditions with temperatures going below freezing. And the next few nights will be no exception. We're going to see another night where we're going to see temperatures go below freezing with the clouds starting to really break up this hour and continuing during the overnight hours. They'll break up more, and that will bring the temperatures down. And as we get into tomorrow, we're going to see overall more sun than clouds. So overall a more sunnier day out there. Temperatures will begin to rebound a little bit each and every day with the sunshine moving in. Temperatures will get into the low 50s tomorrow. So it's going to get just a little bit warmer today.
Heat wave.
Yeah, dare I say a little bit warmer as we get also in the weekend. Overall, it'll be a good weekend, dry weekend. A lot of sun this weekend and much more milder temperatures this weekend. We're going to see temperatures in the 50s and 60s this weekend. It's definitely going to be a little bit of a heat wave as we get into the weekend. On Sunday, we're
heat wave
into the lower 60s. So enjoy Sunday because we'll see temperatures in the 60s, 50s on Saturday.
Nice.
And then as we get into Monday will be the peak of this, dare I say, heat wave. We'll probably see temperatures well into the mid 60s on Monday.
Wow.
We're going to see
Holy cow.
those temperatures really kind of peak on that day with the wind direction just right and the right amount of sunshine. So enjoy Monday because we're going to see another dip again as we get into the next few weeks. But this type of theme, I talked about it on last week's show, as we get into the winter months, will be common. We'll get some colder weeks of weather, and then we'll see those couple days where those temperatures really spike. And relatively speaking, there'll be warmer temperatures. Obviously, they're not going to be in the 60s as we get into December, January, and February, but they probably will get obviously above freezing as we get into those warmer stretchers and milder stretchers as we get into winter. So these types of brief warm-ups will probably continue. So enjoy them. We have one coming up the next few days and into Monday. And then as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the temperatures really begin to come back down again. On Tuesday, we'll probably see temperatures dipping back down into the 50s. And then those 50s will continue probably throughout the rest of the week. And then getting into the next few weeks, I see temperatures dropping back down at high temperatures back into the 40s and 30s for lows as we get into the second and third weeks of November. So can't complain.
No.
We're not really seeing any dangerously cold or anything like that. We're not even really seeing much precip. Toward the end of the week, we'll probably see a little bit of rain moving in with some systems bringing in that colder air, but it doesn't appear to be anything major, any rainmaker or winter weather maker for us. It just seems a little rounds of rain to move through. So take that with your company because I know people aren't ready for that. But unfortunately, some people in the state have been dealing with winter weather. I do have to bring this up because it's been a pretty significant story. I mean, this has been the first significant real lake effect snow event across the state. Parts of the northern lower portion of Michigan saw over a couple inches, nearly a foot of snow up there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little early, but they are obviously used to it. I mean, they know that they're living in those snow belts and they do deal with the snow this time of year. And for the next few months, they're going to be dealing with it. But just something to really talk about because this is the first real big snow event for them up there. And it's starting to shut down today. It really started to shut off this morning, and it's now dry across those portions. But it's going to stay obviously not as warm up there, but it will start to get above freezing and the snow will gradually melt up there. But definitely something to talk about because we've definitely been waiting for that to really become a story across the Great Lakes, and it now is. The good news is that parts of that aren't going to make it down here to that significance. But if you were around the city the last few days, some people saw some snowflakes. Or they have some bad vision. I don't know. But some people did see snowflakes across our area the last few days, but it didn't last for too long out there. And other than that, the weather's been fairly cold, obviously, across the east. We're not the only ones dealing with this colder weather. All the eastern United States is, and the Tennessee Valley as well, with dealing with temperatures into the freezing mark. So it's staying fairly chilly across that neck of the woods as well. But it will gradually warm up. Obviously, if we're warming up, the rest of the east is going to warm up briefly before the next cool down as we get into the next few months of November. So can't really complain.
Nope.
We're not really getting into the dangerously cold stretches of weather or the dangerously snowy and winter weather weeks to really speak of. So enjoy the warm up. If you want to keep tuned to any of my local weather information, just go to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com, and you can get all the information over there.
All right. We will do that. You're right. Can't complain. All right. Let's give a shout out to some people that are in there watching. Mark Mukovitz is in there. Kathy Ward, Tina Wing, Sherry Lynn Bauer, Ed Wilhite from Hogg's Backyard Barbecue. How you doing, Ed? Where are you going to be Friday? Patty Fix is in there. Nora Fix is in there. And Mary McLaughlin's in there. How you doing? Let's see. She says real quick, daughter has snow in Iron Mountain, Kingsford. Keep that mess north of Illinois. Yeah, she's in, Mary, you're in Arkansas, I believe, correct? Correct. And Opal Loveland is in there from Prestige Eyewear in Garden City for your eyewear needs. Good evening, beautiful night. Help anyone with bad vision created by snowflakes. Yeah. Yeah, Mary's in Arkansas. All right. Go Razorbacks, eh? Matthew Corey from Florida is watching. How you doing, Matthew? They're not dealing with this weather, that's for sure. All right, let's get our guest in here. He's been on several times, and it's great to have him back. Please welcome from the GCPD, Sergeant Bruce Shippe. How you doing, sir?
Hey, good. How are you guys?
Good. Thanks for
Excellent.
being here tonight. So how you doing? You all right?
Yep, staying busy. Trying to keep warm like everybody else is tonight.
And our good buddy Rudy is there, correct?
Yep, he is here.
All right.
You've seen him a little bit, but he's moving around. So
Yeah, I'm sure we'll hear him later, voice his opinion. So let's get to it, Bruce. Citizens Academy, that's coming up shortly.
yeah, we have it starting on the 16th. Still getting some phone calls in. I think we're right around 13 or 14. I had 2 more today.
Fantastic.
So that's fantastic.
That's very good, very good. So let's talk a little bit when it starts, what time it starts. November.
So as you can see, you've got the overview up there. It's going to start on the 16th at 6:30. They generally run till about 8:30. But as you know, being in our first one, sometimes that goes over, mostly because of the communication that we have back and forth as we're both learning about each other and about the police department and the community. Sometimes everybody gets talking and it lasts a little bit longer, right, Carrie?
Yeah. Matter of fact, there's the first graduating class right there, 2019.
There you go. The trendsetters.
Yes.
So that was a good time. We learned a lot.
Oh,
we learned a lot from you guys. So
that was
we
fabulous.
appreciate each and every one of the people that went through there, and they taught us a lot about themselves, the community, the needs of the community. And I think you guys learned a lot also. So,
Oh my gosh, what you showed us was just invaluable. I mean, it was behind the scenes of what you guys go through and what you have to put up with and how you have to do it. I mean, it's just amazing. Yeah, it's a great class. Mike, I actually think you're signed up, correct, for this year?
Oh yeah, I went to the first session of the number 2, but then COVID shut us down. So I'm
Right.
looking forward to getting restarted again.
Well, it won't be long, that's for sure. Also, Bruce, I wanted to talk about there was an incident at Middle Belt and Marquette on October 22nd. I've had a lot of people wanting to know, if there's any updates on that. There's the press release, I know, that was sent out.
yeah,
Any more than
unfortunately, unfortunately, I wasn't really prepared for that. I could have looked that up. I don't really know what the update is other than that press release that I put out there was one of the last most accurate. I do know they identified the one person that was out there, but that press release went out quick at the conclusion of it. So it gave a lot of great primary information. Oftentimes that changes as the detectives start investigating it. And I always hate saying that I don't know what happened to it because everybody feels like you probably do and you're just not sharing it. But in all honesty, when those events happen like that, everybody comes together, they take care of it, and then we go apart and have to do all the things we have to do. That day there left us with, I think, like a dozen calls for service holding. Once the initial, incident was over, and they're still investigating it, and more calls. So we have to leave those things like that, and then we have to go out and we have to handle other business. So sometimes you kind of forget about what you just dealt with, and we don't get a chance to all meet back together and go, hey, here's the final outcome 2 days later. Everybody's just busy doing work. So kind of amazing how it all happens. Most people don't realize that.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So, but I can find out for you. That's not a problem.
Yeah, if you can find that out and just shoot me a text or something, then I can relay it.
Absolutely, I sure will.
Awesome. Also, we're not only blessed with one fantastic K-9 officer, but now we have 2. How did that happen? That's you there.
Yeah, as I say, that's our first. Well, not our first, but that's us. This is our newest. That is Officer Joe Stanley and his partner Canine Blue. So we are extremely blessed to have two dogs. Yes, we're grateful for it. I'm sure the community is going to enjoy it. They've already begun as we've started introducing him. I think about August to the community. He's been out at several of the events, and he's enjoying the job he does too. So,
Now, how old is Blue? Do you know?
I think he is 16 or 17 months now. He was a young guy when we
Oh,
got him. He was around just over a year old, and then
Young.
he went through 3 months worth of training. So he came to us with no training at all. And then at the end of the 3 months, we've got him to a basic level of certification. And then now his training is going to continue. So.
Now, did you have a hand in his training as well,
Yep.
or no?
Oh yeah, I had a hand in his training and a hand in his future training as we go along this path. So I'm very proud and blessed to be having that opportunity to be able to do that. So
Yeah.
I was grateful that I'm still here and able to start a second dog and watch this team grow. So
Yeah. Well, you're a great instructor, that's for sure.
thank you.
We're really happy to have you. Let's move on to we talk about community events. Cop on the Block. That was really. This is from our house a few years ago. Always a great turnout.
Yeah, that's a great picture too. I have that as my screensaver. Honestly, it says a lot. It's summertime and the flags, in the
Yep.
foreground here, the background of it, whichever way you want to see it.
Yep.
And the community's coming together and just everybody's, look at everybody's just talking and chatting. The guys are in the street handing out some of the handouts to the kids, and people are in the cars, and it just speaks volumes for the program. So we started that back up again. Obviously, last year looked different than this year, so we're glad that we can move forward, and the community is very, very receptive of that program. They really enjoy it. So
It is. It's. Really
I wish I had more time and more days to do it, but like we said, there's so much more that goes into policing. Sometimes it seems so simple. Because the officers here make it look that way, but there's a lot behind the scenes. So it takes a lot to get these things going and keep them going. And we're appreciative for all of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of organizing, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you got to have the right time too, because other services take precedence, right? So people need us before they need us at an event. So
exactly. Hey, Mayor Walker's in there watching. Says hello. Hi, Mayor. How you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Anybody else in there? No, not right now. Let's see. They also started GCU, Garden City University, and you're going to be a part of that, correct?
Yeah, they'll be here for one day. The chief will be the primary speaker. I'll be there to help out and with anything they need. Probably help out with tours and some explanations on some of our community relations things. So that's another one, a great program, right? Education. You can't go wrong with finding out how your government works.
Yep, very, very good. Yeah, that was a great idea. Going back to the Cop on the Block. Now, when is that usually? Right around May or how do you think?
Yeah. Usually, now we started a little bit later, just because we weren't sure what the world was going to look like here, with all the COVID.
Exactly.
And everybody was kind of in everybody was like that, right? We were too. We don't want to expose the community to risk or our officers to any risk. So we kind of just waited to see, and it just naturally fell upon it. And like the end of June, there was just so many people asking for it. We were like, yeah, it spoke volumes to us, and we went ahead and did it. So we got a late start, but nonetheless, we got started on it. So,
and with it being an outside event, that helps as well,
Yeah. Yep, that helped out a lot. So
depending on the numbers, if the numbers are good, if everything's good, we'll have it maybe June or something. You'll start.
Yeah, I think we'll probably start in May this year. Here, we're gonna get a good start to it, and that COVID just slowed everybody down. I know. It's all the whole world had to figure out how to restart, right?
Yep, exactly. All right, we did this GCU canine officer. Oh, I know. You guys had open house at the chili cook-off, right? How'd
We
that-
did. Yeah, we had our open house. We had it outside. We had a large tent set up.
Mhm.
A lot of the usuals that you get to see, other than now we added, obviously our new K9 was there. So a lot of people got to meet him. And then I invited DPS to come along this year. So they did their touch a truck
Oh, cool.
with us. Phenomenal. I mean, that was a really good thing for the community. A lot of kids enjoyed that. They had some giveaways. They got to talk to the workers there. At the end of it, I'm like, why didn't we do this earlier? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Well, they love
Matter of
that.
fact, next year, my suggestion is we empty out this whole back lot and we just do a big community or a big, all of our city services, right? DPS, fire, police, City Hall, Maplewood
There you
Center, Resource Center, put everybody in one spot for the community to come out and visit and say hi to and learn a little bit more about our jobs. And
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
well, I'm promoting it now. I'm saying it out loud over here. So
I like it. I like
I
it.
hope that's what
Yeah.
it looks like next year. That's what we
Yeah.
need.
Yes, exactly. Well, you
Yeah.
guys are just so involved with the community, and it's such a great thing, because Lord knows we need that relationship between the community and the officers now.
Yeah. Well, and in the entire city network needs that, right?
Yeah.
DPS, we learned, like I said, having them here, I knew it would be successful, but that was great for them to see that people they're out here doing so much work,
Oh my
and
gosh.
and they get very little praise out of it, right?
Yeah.
But that's what they're out there doing. They're doing a great job. They're providing, you go to bed at night and your water main breaks. They're making sure you got water in the morning to take a hot shower.
In
You
the
know what
middle
I
of
mean?
winter, in the middle of
Digging a
winter.
cold hole in the middle of the night, doing stuff, plowing the snow so we can safely drive to school.
Yes.
I think that was big for them to see that, there's this whole community wants to interact with them too. So you can't go wrong when you do that. All of the entities within the city, we all need to do that.
Yep. They definitely need some recognition. That's for sure.
Yep.
But you're involved in so many community events. I mean, the chili cook-off, the GCBA Trunk or Treat. You had that this year. That was pretty
Yes.
successful.
Yeah, that was a great event. I really liked it over at the Radcliffe Center at Schoolcraft. I thought that was that looked very impressive. They did a really nice job. Everything was nice. It was safe. There was a lot of people in attendance. The flow was phenomenal. The direction from all the workers. I mean, hats off. I'm not sure who all was working on that, but man, they did a beautiful job.
Well, Elaine Salter, who's the vice president, she's also the chair of that, and she's done a great job over the years.
Yeah, if you could have seen the overview and just, as a police officer, you worry about safety in these events.
Right.
And
Crowd control.
it was just, yes, very, very well thought out. A+.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
Rudy didn't have to bust anybody for leaving their kid in the car.
No. We might have to hire Elaine part-time over here for some of this stuff then, right?
Right.
If she's the one that mapped that out, boy, I'm going to call her.
Yeah. She did a good job. Yeah.
Nice job.
She had a lot of volunteers, which helped too.
Yeah, and that always helps to keep the kids moving in those events too, because they only last so long for the young kids, and you want them to have a positive experience and the parents to have a positive experience. So that's part of it, is keeping that going. So worked out real nice.
Exactly. Now, something you and I kind of started, I guess. I think I had a hand in this, is Coffee with a K9.
You did.
And that's an awesome event. Are you planning on doing that? Hopefully next year or this year or whenever.
Yep. We definitely have that slated to come back out. That's a really good event. And yes, you and I were talking and you threw that out there and it's like, wow, that works great. So we look forward to that. Cause again, we get, when a lot of people see the PR part of this stuff, there's more to it, right? Because we get out there and that one-on-one and learning and finding out what these people need in the neighborhood, the people we service, what's wrong, what's right, what their experiences are, what their suggestions are. You can't beat that. And the coffee hour is another one of those. Plus, too, the coffee hour, we kind of save that too. We talk a lot about the crime stats and the crime mapping.
Yes.
So I really like devoting that kind of time to crime mapping, suggestive tips on how to keep it safe, so that people aren't visiting the same type of thing each time they see us at an event. So I think Tony's place was always a great one to start out with and end with there, the beginning and the end of the coffee sessions. So I think we'll have to go over there.
I think the Straight Farmhouse even hosted a one.
Oh yeah, well that was another great venue right there. Yes,
yeah, they had Odd Fellows Hall now too. Maybe we can get in there, talk to Kim Marquette about that.
That'll actually be a good. Maybe we start it right there, right?
Yeah,
we had some morning ones there. The college hosted one. Remember?
Yes.
That was another. So I guess we got a lot of great venues. All of our venues have been great.
Maplewood even.
Maplewood. So
yeah.
The more we talk about it, I don't think we had a bad venue.
No, I don't either.
No.
And you know, the Q&A is so important. I mean, it's just, it's invaluable for you, that way you get to see like you said, what the residents want, what they need. They become more involved as well.
Yeah, and getting everybody to navigate the crime mapping. I think that's a pretty important one because people want to know, and you watch the social media and people are always asking questions, and that crime mapping helps answer a lot of the questions for them. So,
yeah, a lot of that. Mike, you got any questions for Bruce, Sergeant Shippe?
No, I'm just looking forward to seeing him in 2 weeks. It's just this thing going again.
Do we know the schedule of events first for the, what are you going to start out with first,
What we start out usually, and this will be no different, the chief will start out kind of giving an overview of the department, his philosophies on policing, his guidance for the department, for the community. I won't go too far into what he's going to talk about, but that's basically, he's the guy driving the bus, right? So we're going to hear from him on why he steers right, why he steers left, why he goes straight, why he does these things and those things. Yeah. And everybody, you enjoyed it when you heard it, and they're going to enjoy it too. And that kind of sets the tone. So then everybody has a better understanding of why we have all these officers, where they're at, what we used to look like and where we've come today. And if you look at where we were just a few years ago, when he started out and where we are today, and when you hear those numbers, and Mike will hear them, he'll probably come back and talk about them on the show. You'll be like, wow.
Oh, absolutely.
When you see those achievements, like I said, I'm going to let him talk about that stuff because it's it's great.
I bet even in the, since, we did it in 2019, there's probably been minor changes even since then. So,
yeah, we've added some more people. Well, like you just mentioned, we've added, just look at the dog. That's phenomenal to have the second dog here.
Oh, it is.
And there's a lot more officers have been added. We've added more people to the traffic, to more of our resource units that are out there to help the city. So
now with 2 K-9 officers, does that mean that you go into surrounding communities as well and help them out, the ones that, if they need it?
Yeah, we've always enjoyed that option. Our chief is great with that. He likes to see good work, right? And good dog work if you're a dog handler. So he always advocates for, as long as we're safe here and we've got, a good number of bodies to handle the runs at that time. Yes, go out there in the neighboring cities and help them out. Let's be an asset to them. So
sure. Yeah, because you never know when you might need their help, right?
And we also get out and help support a lot of the federal agencies that need a dog, DEA, FBI, ATF, all of the acronyms there. We get out there helping them. So he loves using the resources and sending them out there. And
here's a good question from Mrs. Chat. Oh no, not that one. It jumped. How is the VIP program going?
Well, that's going pretty good. To be honest,
explain what that is.
Yeah, so our VIP program is our video information partnership.
Right.
So again, everything we're kind of learning how to get restarted on everything again after the way the world looked for a year for us. Yes. That's out there. I still get some people calling. We got to get back on, start promoting it. So I'm glad she brought that up. The Video Information Partnership is just that. Anybody that's got cameras, Ring cameras, if you fill out the form, send it here. I know your son, you're on it. We send out any information that's coming into the area. Hey, take a look at this, take a look for that. This happened last night, that happened last night. What can you share with us? What do you have? And then you exchange that information without us knowing. The officers would have to, if you had a break in on your block, they'd have to go knock on every single neighbor and talk to them to find out if they had a camera, walk the entire block to look. This makes it much quicker.
Oh gosh, yes.
Come back. The guys will send me an email, say, hey, we had this. I'll watch for stuff. Unfortunately, what we see now too, because I monitor a lot of the social media and I monitor it to help us out with things. And we'll see somebody went through my car, somebody was in my backyard, somebody was in my shed. I'll see that and I'll come back here and I'll look. Nobody made a report about it. So then I'll try to get a hold of them and see if they have video, if somebody in the immediate area has some type of video. So, that sharing of that information through the program is substantial in helping us resolve things. So, we got to get out and start promoting that a little bit more. So here's our first plug for it.
Right. Okay. You cut out there for just a minute. Are you still there?
Yep. Are you still there?
Yeah. Yeah. You hear me?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Something blue came on and it says you're now back in the show.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened there. All right. The Ring doorbells, what an asset though, eh? Any cameras really, they're really assets.
Yeah. If you can afford to get the cameras, get them. They're getting cheaper all the time. Amazon and not to try to promote, but all of them have them out there. GE, Samsung, Amazon. There's a lot of independent manufacturers of these cameras. Somebody makes them for somebody, right?
Right.
So they're all out on the web, and even if you just can get something started in a system, anything's better. The Ring doorbell's phenomenal.
Yeah, it is. Couple more people in there want to say hi to. John Murray's in there, and also Daniel Nault is in there. How you doing, Daniel? Thanks for joining us. Well, look, I think we covered everything. Anything else you wanted to cover?
No, I think we did a pretty good job. Is there anybody have any other questions or?
No, I don't see any questions. The VIP program, God bless the police. No, not really. Let's see. Ring or any camera makes a great Christmas gift. Yeah, that's true. And they have really come down in price for sure. And you don't even have to hardwire them. They're you can just Wi-Fi, get them on Wi-Fi. Mine aren't hardwired.
Yeah, even the exterior cameras, they sell them where you can just pull them down and recharge them and put them back up there. And I'll tell you what, I think the biggest piece of advice, so a lot of people when we go out to where they have cameras, they get them. That's great. The information stored there, phenomenal, but they don't know how to access it. Only because somebody showed them really quick, right? Yeah. So somebody shows you really quick, or you read the manual or whatever you've done. And then weeks and months go by. I would be the same, right? I forgot how to turn on the microphone on this laptop because I haven't turned it on in a couple of months. Right. So then we get out there and we need the footage and they forgot the password. They can't access it. So think about, how to operate it and kind of, testing it out, writing the password down or using something that you would remember password wise. Because sometimes it takes us 2 or 3 days to try to get that information, from the people. And it's like, oh gosh, boy, if we could just get it sooner. But we understand because it happens to all of us in technology today.
Sure. Well, I always say a real great tool is to go to YouTube because they have everything on YouTube. You plug in your camera on YouTube, how to use a Ring doorbell, 3rd generation, and it will show you everything. So.
Oh, I know. I just did that on Outlook. Somehow I hit something and I sent out an email to everybody at the station and somehow it had that read receipt. Oh, so now I'm getting, as we're talking, I'm getting like responses that this person, I don't know how I turned it on. So I had to go to Google trying to get it. Apparently you can't stop it once you send it. But right before the show, I was Googling trying to get that thing shut off there. So YouTube, it took me to YouTube and it showed me where to click the box. And
YouTube is awesome. I love you.
20 more emails read and I'll be done, right?
Well, look, thanks again for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to have you on, Bruce, and we'll see you next time, eh?
Thanks for having us.
All right, you take care and say hi to Rudy.
We sure will. Thank you, guys.
All right, take care. Night. All right, Bruce Shippe, always a great plethora of information, right?
A lot of good stuff going on.
A lot of good stuff. And they're so involved, I mean, it's just great to see how they're out in the community all the time. And the fire department too. They're always out doing something too. So it's always a pleasure to have him on, that's for sure. Okay, let's move on here. Let me get rid of that. Mike, I did something a little different tonight. See what you think of this. We're going to save your voice. It's not Buddy Holly, but it's just something a little different. I thought we'd make something new for you tonight, new intro. So stand by. But before we get Mike in here, just a reminder that the next city council meeting will be Monday, November 8th, 7 p.m. in the council chambers located at 6000 Middlebelt Road. It's a good way for you to get involved and voice any concerns that you may have as well. All right, now we will get Mike in here. Stand by. Okay, let's get Mike in here to close out the show with some community events and announcements. Mike, what do you got? All right. Something different?
Yeah, it's okay.
Here we go.
Okay, preschool playtime at the Maplewood Community Center gym. Fun activities, make new friends. Mondays from 9:30 to 11, $3 drop-in. Parents and kids ages 1 through 4. Come imagine, play, and create. Call 734-793-1877 for more information.
Right on.
Emergency rental assistance. Wayne County's Emergency Rental Assistance Program, ERAP, makes funding available to assist households that are unable to pay rent or utility bills. You can apply at their call center, 833-742-1513. I don't know if I can read all these eligibility requirements.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, apply today, they said. So
Yep.
there you go.
Tech Talk with Julie. Garden City Parks and Recreation presents. It's 10:30 to 11:30 on the first and third Monday of each month. Julie gives individual and small group instructions to those of us who have challenges using our tech equipment.
Yeah, it's really, really a good program. It really is.
Yep.
Make it simplify it for you so you can at least read emails, send emails, or whatever.
Get your game on. Learn to play soccer. Ages 4 through 6 are Tuesdays at 6 o'clock. And Soccer Skills 101 for ages 6 through 8 are Tuesdays at 7 o'clock at the Maplewood Community Center from December 2nd to November 2nd to December 21st. $45. Call 734-793-1882 to sign up.
Yep. And we got a kids dodgeball.
Yep. Kids Dodgeball League every Monday from November 8th through December 21st. It's 8 weeks. It's at 6:30. To register, call the Park and Registration Office. $25 for ages 7 to 11. And the number to call is 734-793-1882.
And this is really important for this time of year coming up.
Yeah, a lot of people that are being food challenged. And so this is
Yes.
critical.
Yes.
The USDA provides commodities on the third week of every month Emergency food assistance program is free to Garden City residents only from 9 to 12. And then Focus Hope on the first Wednesday of every month has a food box program free to all Wayne County seniors. The USDA one is 9 to 12, and the Focus Hope one is 11:30 to 1:30. Call Maplewood Center, 734-793-1857. Garden City Good. Oh, I had this one too. Glad you got more details on your sheet. Garden City Goodfellows are having a bowling fundraiser. It's going to be this Saturday, 6 p.m. It's only $25 a person. Contact Denise for tickets at 734-674-1268. There'll be a 50-50. There'll be raffles. It's going to be at Oak Lanes, 8450 Middle Belt Road in Westland. Includes 2 games, shoe rental, pizza, and pop.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Yeah. Anything we can do to help the good fellows, make sure no child is without a Christmas is good.
And that stays in Garden City, exactly.
Yeah. Veterans Day ceremony this year will be at the Garden City Middle School on November 11th at 11 a.m. They had to move it from the high school O'Leary because that's still having reconstruction work done.
Yeah, I wanted to show everybody that I got a hold of a program that's going to be passed out for this year's Veterans Day. You can pick one up several areas, I think, in Garden City. So the mayor's got quite a lineup. The speaker is going to be Billy Smith, who I believe is a detective with GCPD. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
He is a former United States Marine. He will be the speaker, and I'm not going to give away too much, but it's a nice program. So make sure you pick one up.
The city of Westland presents Pizza Palooza. Pizza Palooza and quarter auction benefiting the Relay for Life of Westland and Wayne. It's going to be on Tuesday, November 16th from 6:30 to 8:30 at the Westland City Hall, which is located at 36300 Warren Road in Westland. They'll have all-you-can-eat pizza, includes 2 quarter auction paddles, $10 for adults, children 7 and under are $5. Join us for family-friendly fun night and take a night off from making dinner for your family.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. $10, all you can eat.
Yeah.
And they're going to have auctions.
Yeah.
Let's see. Questions you can contact.
Right. Carol Neilus at NEILUS Carol at gmail.com, or you can call her at 734-765-5525.
Right. This is something that Lori does every year, and she does a fabulous job.
Yeah, they do a great job. The 17th annual Senior Thanksgiving Dinner. Help us spread the holiday spirit. On Monday, November 22nd, Sports Venue will be giving away a free Thanksgiving dinner to all seniors living in Garden City and neighborhood areas.
Yep.
Donations need to be in before November 14th. Things that they're looking for donations include turkeys, canned corn or green beans, turkey gravy, cranberry sauce, Cool Whip. Last year, we cooked 54 turkeys, which were all donated by our amazing friends and customers. Last Thanksgiving, we served over 500 dinners and donated 25 turkeys to deserving families. The entire staff, along with several customers, donate their time for this event. Thank you in advance for your generosity, the Sports Venue family. I always look forward to that week because I'm trying to get free turkey dinners at different places every day of the week. Okay, the Sandland Parade. This is going to be the 50th annual, 60th annual Sandland Parade. will be Saturday, November 27th at 10 a.m. I think they're using the usual route. They start from the high school, going down Middleville to Ford, and then swing into the parking lot there where all the big events are held. And come visit with Santa and shop Saturday, November 27th, immediately following the parade. Come visit with Santa and shop, open until 3 p.m. on the northeast corner of Ford Road and Middle Belt. This is sponsored by the DDA. The community Christmas tree lighting, Monday, November 29th at 6 p.m. at the Garden, sponsored by the Garden City Downtown Development Authority, and that'll be taking place at the Commons in the northwest corner of Ford and Middle Belt. And they have caroling and cocoa, and it's usually a good event. Dress warm because it's usually a bit nippy. The 221 Holiday Taste Fest, Westland's premier holiday charity event, we've been announcing this for a while, will take place on Tuesday, December 7th from 6 to 8:30 at the Hellenic Cultural Center, 36375 Joy Road in Westland. Tickets are $25. There'll be live entertainment, fantastic food, live action and raffles, including stuff from Famous Dave's. Tickets at are available at the Westland Chamber of Commerce. Proceeds go to Westland Rotary Charities and Westland Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, those tickets go pretty quick for that event, I know. And finally, I just wanted to mention the Garden City Buzz that's in your water bill this month for November and December.
Yeah, I got a few items from that too.
Yeah, they got the Santa Land map on there, the route.
For Santa Ride on December 16th.
Yep, starting at 6:30. I believe that map will be on the website, city website too, gardencitymi.org.
Going to go right past my house.
Yeah. Also, they're having the third annual Best Decorated House competition again. That's going to be, got to have them in by December 15th.
Yeah,
Actually,
Tom's not eligible this year.
Tom won that last year, yeah. He's ineligible this year. You must email City Hall your street address with a picture of the lights and send it to holidaylights@gardencitymi.org. And I just wanted to mention letters to Santa. You can drop off your letters at City Hall. It ends December 10th. Drop them in the mailbox there. Not until after Thanksgiving, but before December 10th. And your child will receive a letter back from Santa himself.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty awesome, huh?
Personal letter from Santa.
Right. And just a reminder, yard waste ends December 15th. So make sure you have your leaves and everything picked up by December 15th. If you're going to have them picked up, they urge everybody to do that. The Golden Book is out. You can get that at City Hall. They have extra copies there. What do you got there, Mike?
Also from the Buzz, they give you your fall tip, reminder on what to do with your lawnmowers and snow blowers and stuff for the winter. Drain the gas out of them.
Nice article from the mayor as well with
right, especially
Ethan.
Congratulating our local youth hero Ethan Van Bell, who was the winning pitcher in the Little League World Series.
Yep.
I noticed there's some Ethan Bell signs up on the Welcome to Garden City.
Yep, they put those all up. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
See, I think you got most of the other stuff from the Buzz that I had, but I have a few other things too.
Oh, I just wanted to show the November issue of the Marketplace is out as well.
I didn't get that yet.
It was on it. So you're going to want to get that. Your copy is throughout the city, different restaurants and establishments. A lot of good local businesses in here that you can support. So get your copy of the Marketplace. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry. What you got?
That's okay, Gary. Just a personal note. For those of you who've been been worried about contact with me. I'm getting my booster shot at Meyer on Saturday.
Oh, good. Awesome.
Some Kiwanis updates.
Yeah.
The pig race raised $7,509.30.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's crazy. And you didn't even have that many people, did you?
No, so probably 130, 140, something like that. So
Compared to
the
last
attendance
week,
was definitely down,
wow.
but
Big spenders.
yeah, they did well.
Wow, that's
Uh,
huge.
the Kiwanis has also approved $700 for the Goodfellows snack program at the elementary schools.
Oh, that
So we'll be sponsoring one of the elementary school snacks for the rest of the year.
that will definitely help.
We approved $400 for the Cambridge program supporting the pregnant teens.
Mm-hmm.
Our Christmas party is going to be on the 16th for the second graders from where's the second graders at Memorial
I believe they are, yeah.
and
They're
at
going to be at
Tiffin.
Schoolcraft or?
Yeah, no, it won't be at Schoolcraft this year. It'll be at the Garden City High School cafeteria.
Oh, okay. It's
I
different.
said that'll be on December 16th. We'll be taking donations to the Garden City Choir and the Goodfellows at that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to help the Key Club, High School Key Club, get T-shirts.
Oh, nice. Kiwanis is
Something that
helping out.
that you and I have been involved with. The Commission on Aging, it looks like it's going to restart next week.
Yeah, we got that email. It's either going to be Zoom or it's going to be in person. We don't know yet. No
Hopefully it'll be in
decision
person, but we'll see.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, we could use Steam too. Stream be a lot easier. You know how to get into that.
Yeah, if somebody sends me the link, I know how to click.
Well, if I set it up, I would send everybody the link as long as I have their email address.
Some events coming up at the Straight Farmhouse.
Oh, a lot of events, yeah.
They're having a snowman or Christmas tree ornament workshop on December 1st. That's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
From 6 p.m. to 7:30. That cost for that is like $28.
Yeah, you probably want to go to straightfarmhouse.org. You'll see
Yeah,
it
there's
all on there. They have so many events. Kim's got something going all the time there.
yeah, mine is my point I got from Mark Goodman at
Oh, Pinnell?
no, that's we can mention that too.
Yeah, that was
I don't have the details, but longtime Garden City teacher and athletic director Bill Pinnell recently passed.
right.
And the visitation is going to be, I think, Sunday at
I have it right
Santu,
here.
and the funeral is Monday.
Yes, Santo Sunday at the Santo Funeral Home, 2 to 7. Monday, 11:30 is the funeral, and donations to Garden City High School Champions Program. So, yeah, you'll be missed, eh?
Yeah. And I think you covered the other things I had, so that's it for me.
I think we're good, eh?
Yep.
All right. You know, we're always looking, Mike, for guests. Come on the show. If you know someone who might be interested, it's very easy. You can contact us through our website, gccommunitychat.com. Send us your name, email address, and a brief message, and we'll get back to you within 24 hours. Or you can message us on Facebook and also text us at 734-788-9319. Or if you see me or Mike out on the street, just let us know you want to come on the show and we'll make it happen. Right, Mike?
Yes, sir.
Or Tom, too, if you see Tom. Doesn't matter what community you live in. We want to hear from you during this time. We can do the show remotely and safely from the comfort of your home or office. Maybe you own a business or belong to an organization and you'd like to share your information with us in the surrounding communities? If so, contact us today, and we look forward to hearing from you. And with that said, Mike, I think we're ready to call this a podcast.
Podcast.
I know what I wanted to mention. Congratulations to Mayor Wild. He won again.
Yeah, that wasn't a big surprise.
That was a blowout.
Yeah, which we all expected, I think.
And our friend Melissa Sampe won the 2-year seat. So she was on our show, and both of them would like to come on the show. So not at the same time, I don't believe, but we're going to have them both.
Yeah, they'd be welcome.
Yep. So looking forward to that. And special thanks to GCPD K9 and Community Resource Officer Sergeant Bruce Shippe for coming on tonight. Always great to have him and Rudy on the show. Had some good information for us, covered a lot.
Yeah.
Also, a big thanks to my fantastic co-host, Dr. Tom Iwinski and Mike Jones. Great job as always. Mike, any final thoughts?
No, I just urge everybody to listen to the scientists and the health people and get vaccinated to protect themselves and their family and neighbors.
Darn numbers went up again. Boy.
Yeah, Michigan is not heading in the right direction.
No, they're not. They're not.
They're just starting to vaccinate the elementary kids today, and
yeah,
I don't think that'll help. But there's still a large percentage of parents is saying, "I don't want my kid vaccinated." You know, the government telling me what to do, and I says, "The government's not telling you what to do. You're just trying to protect yourself and the health of your community
and others." Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And we will avoid talking about the Michigan game. We won't go there. So.
Yeah. I had misgivings about that all week before that game. I thought, no, this could be very tough.
Yeah.
And it was.
Well,
and I think they got out-coached.
We had a big lead, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I do believe they got out-coached.
Yeah, well, that too. You and a lot of other people think that.
I've been saying for several weeks that they were getting way too many field goals and not nearly enough touchdowns when they got in close.
Yeah, when they get in the red zone, they just can't push it through.
Right.
Couldn't do it. So, all right. Well, I think Indiana or Illinois this weekend?
We have Indiana.
And
then Maryland, then Penn State, then Maryland, and then that university down south.
Yeah, right.
Who we haven't beaten in 10 years.
No. Oh boy.
Michigan State's got a tough road too.
Yeah.
They go to Purdue this week, and then they've still got to play Penn State and Ohio State also.
Hey, Purdue upset the big one, so it could happen again.
Yeah, they beat Iowa.
Yeah, they did. That was a real big upset.
Yeah, only took them 9 overtimes.
All right, we want to give a big thank you to all of you for watching and listening. We really appreciate it. Remember, this show will be available right after we sign off tonight on Facebook, so you can catch it later at your convenience, especially if you tuned in late tonight. Just go to facebook.com/GCChat. Also, catch us on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for GC Community Chat. You'll find not only this show, but all of our past shows as well. And please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. We would really appreciate it. And as always, we want to thank all of the healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. We can't thank you enough. Be safe. And we want you to know that you and your families are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And when you see any of these heroes, please let them know how much you appreciate them. Remember, the successful community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. Don't forget, we like to promote community unity, so let's be united and support one another. And please don't hesitate, vaccinate. I think Mike said it all. Let's get those numbers down, the deaths down, the case numbers down. It's up to each and every one of us to do our part. And Mike, if you see something,
say something.
Absolutely. Look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to DrTomsWeather.com. He's got a great user-friendly website over there, so check that out. We will see you right back here live next week, November 11th, Veterans Day. And don't forget, go to the Veterans Day event
Ceremony.
they're having, the ceremony. Yep.
Yeah.
And that starts at 11 o'clock on November 11th. So we will see you next week. And remember, if you want to come on the show, contact us now. So until then, please consider getting vaccinated. Thanks for listening. Be well and good night.
Good night.
Take care, bud.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
Whoop.